Bookman.
I'm David Navarro. Joe is off tonight. We have team coverage of Tropical Storm Henri from Long Island to New Jersey. But we begin with Chief Meteorologist Lee Goldberg. He's tracking the latest path of the storm. Lee.
An impactful storm. It certainly has been, not because of the wind and surge, but certainly because of the deluge and the incredible rains and rainfall rates that started last night and will continue into the day tomorrow. New flash flood warnings across parts of northwest New Jersey right now. That'll go until 11:45 for Morris, Sussex, and Warren County. Now, we have shaved some of the areas off in western Long Island and parts of New York City. Good news there as rainfall rates diminish just a little bit, but still flash flood warnings Bergen, Orange, Passaic, and Rockland County. And that'll go until 8:45. You also have this area that got crushed earlier with heavy rain across central New Jersey. Some of those warnings will go until midnight. Henri made landfall just after noontime. Westerly Rhode Island as a tropical storm with 60-mile-per-hour winds. They're used to tropical systems. Elsa went right over that area in early July. We have been rain left side loaded on this storm, no doubt about it, with the storm going just 15 short miles east of Montauk. It was 70-mile-per-hour winds across Rhode Island, and we topped out around 50 miles an hour on the east end, saving us from big surge and big wind damage. However, look at all this rainfall. It's been going all day. We've got some very heavy rain over northern New Jersey along I-80 and also another round along I-78. The rainfall rates seem to be diminishing a little bit. Good news across New York City, but we're still close to an inch an hour. Across places like Randolph, New Jersey, and then over into Bridgewater and over into Sussex and Newton right now. Widespread storm reports, they just keep coming out. This one from New City with West Clarkstown Road closed due to flooding, and in Yonkers, flooding at the Crestwood Lake Apartments. So we've been watching the track of this. There is some new information I want to pass along, but first, this has put together quite a resume in terms of its rainfall totals, dropping many inches of rain across parts of the area. My teammate and friend, meteorologist Jeff Smith, in the Weather Center with more on that. Jeff.
Yeah, really, the interaction between Henri and the storm system that was pulling it to the left caused this incredible rain band that set up over central parts of New Jersey. You saw that video from Helmetta there in Middlesex County. Cranberry close by, 8.91 inches of rain, over half a foot of rain on Long Beach Island. Central Park now closing in on 7 inches of rain, while parts of Brooklyn close in on the 8-inch mark. Yesterday was super impressive in terms of rainfall in Central Park. 4.45 inches of rain. That broke the daily record from 1888. It was the wettest day since 2014 in 7 years, also the 15th wettest day on record. And this is probably the most impressive stat here, nearly 2 inches of rain between 10 p.m. and 11 p.m. That was the wettest hour on record in Central Park history. And those records go all the way back to the 1860s, to put that into perspective. Here's our futurecast. As Lee was showing you have all those flash flood warnings over northern parts of New Jersey into northern parts of New York City. And right through 8 o'clock, futurecast indicating that will be the area that gets the heaviest rainfall, basically along and north of I-80 into parts of Rockland, Westchester, and Orange as well. Later on tonight, that should all shift more toward the northwest hills in New Jersey, Poconos, and Catskills. But watch what happens as we head toward daybreak tomorrow. It takes another swipe at us from the north and west, and it can continue all the way down to New York City, at least some showers and thunderstorms. And with such a juicy atmosphere in place, any of those storms could really be on the heavy side. Here's what it's forecasting in terms of rainfall right through 10 a.m. tomorrow, maybe an additional 2 to 4 inches across much of the area. And these amounts could be conservative. In those really isolated, super heavy bands, you can, in some cases, double these numbers. Lee, back over to you.
All you have to do is look at what Fred did to parts of New England. So
right.
that again, it's going to be the remnants of a tropical system. You always have to respect that, so we could have that. And with this type of slow-moving track that goes into the Hudson Valley during the overnight, may hang out even longer than it's depicted here. We have many hours of rainfall to go, or rounds of rain, until this is finally kicked out by tomorrow night. So a weakening Henri, yes, but still delivering drenching rain into the day tomorrow with some heavy bands rotating through. We do expect street and stream flooding. I am also concerned that some of this heavy rain is over the Passaic River Basin, so we could have some minor small river flooding. Turn around, don't drown. We always say this with the standing water across the area. It's just not worth it. I know we're all in a rush, but turn around and don't drive into that standing water that you don't know the depth of it. All right, hopefully we can see a little diminishing rain intensity over the city. Everything is shifting off to the north and west. We'll have more on that in the rest of your 7-day AccuWeather forecast coming up in just a little bit. Dave and Sandra, back to you for now.
All right, Lee, we will see you then.